Hello and welcome to the Old Time Radio Hour. I'm your host, Justine Ward. Each week we bring you a treat from the golden age of radio. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stayed on the air from 1948 through the end of radio drama in 1962. As radio changed in the late 50s, local programming took more time out of the half-hour show, leaving only 20 minutes to tell the story. This week we are going to put together an hour show with 3 20-minute episodes starring Bob Bailey as Johnny Dollar, the investigator with the golden expense account. Enjoy these fast-moving, humor-filled shows. Let's start with Johnny trying to find a man who tried to get away from it all on the ideal vacation. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Ideal Vacation Matter. First broadcast September 22nd, 1957 on CBS through the Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny, Universal Adjustment Bureau.
Oh, hi, Pat. Hey, I thought you were on vacation.
I was. I got called back right in the middle of it on account of Ned Grant. You know him?
Grant, the Broadway columnist?
That's the one.
Well, what's he got to do with your vacation?
He's heavily insured by one of the companies we represent, and right now he's taking his vacation.
Well?
Well, Ned has made a lot of enemies in his time.
I know. I read his column.
And it looks like one of those enemies is trying to make Ned's vacation permanent. Savvy?
I'll be right over, Pat.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Home Office, Universal Adjustment Bureau, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the ideal vacation matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 for a taxi from my apartment to the office of Universal Adjustment Bureau, where Pat McCracken was waiting for me, his face covered with sunburn and worry.
Just when I was beginning to relax and enjoy my vacation. Sit down, Johnny.
Thanks. Now, what's the deal about this Ned Grant?
When you say you read his column, you know he prints some pretty blunt stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I've often wondered how he gets away with it.
A couple of years ago, he dug up some evidence on a bad boy named Willie Bemis.
Bemis, yeah. The stuff he printed helped get Bemis convicted, didn't it?
Yeah, but he swore he'd get even with Ned.
Oh, well, a fellow in Ned Grant's position hears that kind of threat all the time. Besides, with Bemis in jail, what's the problem?
None at all, Johnny, if he were in jail. He broke out last night.
Oh, I see. Does Grant know that Bemis is on the
No,
loose?
I told you, Grant's on vacation, probably as far from a newspaper as he can get.
So you think he's in danger?
Well, what would you think?
Oh, but if Bemis has any sense, he's heading in some other direction as fast as he
We
can.
can't afford to take the chance, Johnny.
Well, look, Pat, I still don't see where I figure in this. Why not just arrange for police protection for Grant until Bemis gets picked up?
Want to protect the guy, you got to find him first.
Find him?
Yeah.
You mean you don't know where Grant is?
Apparently nobody knows.
Oh, great. And I'm supposed to find him?
That's right. Oh, and do me a favor, huh?
Like what?
Find him before Willie Bemis does.
Well, I knew enough about Bemis to realize he wouldn't hesitate to gun down anybody who got in his way, including me. So I headed for New York. That's item 2, $23.40. I located the apartment house where Ned Grant lived and had a talk with a manager in his office at the rear of the first floor.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar, but I really don't have the slightest idea where Mr. Grant went on his vacation.
Well, didn't he leave a forwarding address?
No, he just told me to hold all his mail for him here until he got back.
And he didn't say anything at all that would give you a clue as to where he might have gone?
None at all.
Oh, great.
I don't know if you know Mr. Grant very
Not
well,
personally.
but, well, he's unpredictable, let's put it that way. Of course, the kind of life he leads would make a character out of anyone, I guess.
You mean batting out that column every day, huh?
Yes, and his phone ringing every 10 minutes and strange people traipsing up to see him at all hours. Really, I can understand his not telling anyone where he went on his vacation. He just wanted to get away from it all. He kept saying that this time he was going to have an ideal vacation.
Ideal vacation. That could mean anything from a trip to the moon to, well, Lord knows what. Tell me this. Did he take much luggage?
Oh, I don't even know, but he hadn't been gone 10 minutes before my phone started ringing with calls for it.
Your phone?
Oh, yes, Mr. Grant had his disconnected before he left. Tell me, Mr. Dollar, what's so urgent about finding Mr. Grant?
There's an escaped convict named Willie Bemis who has it in for him.
Oh?
He could be looking for Grant. If so, I have to find Grant first.
I see. Well, I wish I had more information for you. Oh, I tell you, you might try Miss Anthony.
Huh?
Possibly she could help you.
Well, who's Miss Anthony?
Doris Anthony. A close friend of Mr. Grant.
Oh? Do you know where I can find her, where she lives?
Well, as I understand it, she has a small apartment somewhere on East 73rd Street.
Good, I'll find it. Thanks, Mr. Crothers. I walked outside and hailed a taxi. But then, just as I was about to step into it, I froze. Because I caught a glimpse of somebody walking quickly into the service entrance at the side. And there was just enough light to tell me it was none other than Willie Bemis. I headed back in fast and straight to the door of Crothers' little office. The door of it was locked. Crothers, open up. Crothers. Okay, then I'll open it. Hey, Crothers, what happened to you?
Mr. Dollar.
That's right, what happened?
This man, right after you left, he came barging in.
That was Willie Bemis. What did you tell him, Crothers?
Only what I told you.
And it looks like he and I are starting out even.
Huh?
But this is one race I don't want to end up in what you'd call a dead heat.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the ideal vacation matter.
I looked up Doris Anthony's address on East 73rd and took a cab. That's item 3, $1.75 to her apartment. She was tall, rangy, dark hair. And somewhere along the line, I'd seen her before. But I couldn't remember where.
Ned Grant? How would I know where he is? He isn't exactly the sort of guy that lets you in on his plans.
Hey, listen, Doris, this may be the oldest line in the book, and I know it, but haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Could be. I've been around a while.
Like where?
Oh, I used to sing in a couple of clubs around town. That's where I met Ned. He liked me, so he helped me.
In his column, that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
His apartment manager says you're a very good friend of Ned's.
He has a lot of girlfriends. My main claim to fame is I'm always handy.
Well, look, Grant told the apartment manager he was going to take an ideal vacation. Any idea what that would mean? Or where?
Sure. Wherever there are girls. What do you want him for?
Somebody's out to get him.
What do you mean? Who?
Willie Bemis. That name mean anything to you?
Bemis is in prison.
He was. He's out now.
What? When?
You didn't know?
I haven't read the papers today.
Does that change your mind any about helping me find him?
Look, really, I don't know where he is, honest. There is one thing that might help, though.
Yeah, what?
Well, a week or so ago, while I was out with Ned, he stopped in at the travel agency. Davis, I think the agent's name was, on 51st Street, around there.
Okay, I'll follow it up.
Johnny, if Ned doesn't know, Bemis...
Yeah. And if I don't get to him first, he's in for a real nasty surprise. There was still something about Doris that stuck in my mind, but I couldn't quite peg it. So I decided to do a little quick research on her. I dropped in to see an old friend who worked in one of the newspapers. We dug through a lot of clippings in the morgue. Doris had sung at half a dozen spots around town, and there were a lot of pictures on her. Then I came to one that rang a large-sized bell. It was a shot of her sitting at a nightclub table. And the man sitting there with her was Willie Bemis. I headed back to her apartment fast. But she was gone. The manager told me she'd left in a hurry and with a suitcase. Now I didn't know where I stood. If Doris was still friendly with Bemis, it could very well be that she knew where Grant was and was helping Willie Bemis find him. In that case, the lead she gave me on the travel agent was only a bum steer to throw me off the trail. But the way things stood, I didn't have anything else to go on at the moment, so I had to take a chance she'd been on the level. I headed for West 50th Street, and the travel agent she told me about, a man named Davis.
Ned Grant. Look, customers like him I can do without.
What do you mean by that?
Here, I'll show you. Here we are. A reservation at Nassau. Here's one in Bermuda. Oh, and here's one for the Virgin Islands.
He had you make all those for him?
Every one. That sort of thing doesn't make me very popular at those resorts, believe me.
Well, it's a cinch he can't be at all those places.
If you ask me, he's not at any of them. He's always doing that sort of thing.
Well, that's a lot of help. Just the same, I'm going to call those places. Where's your phone?
Right there on the desk. But I tell you... Excuse me. Hello? Who? Oh, yeah, just a minute. It's for you, Mr. Dollar.
Oh? Thanks. Johnny Dollar.
It's Doris Anthony, Johnny.
Well, I didn't think I'd be hearing from you again.
Why not?
After I found out you were an old friend of Willie Bemis, I went back to your apartment. You'd cleared out.
Johnny, I'm no longer a friend of Willie Bemis.
Oh, now, wait a minute, sister.
It's the truth. But I was afraid he might come to see me. That's why I left.
Oh, sure.
Johnny, the reason I'm calling, I think I know where Ned could be.
Where?
Well, I'm not sure, but a few days ago he went to see a friend of his named Mike Hastings. Mike owns a ski lodge up in Vermont.
Ski lodge? There's no skiing this time of year.
I know. The lodge is closed, but Ned's gone up there once or twice before when he wanted to get away from everything.
Okay, where is it?
It's called Hastings Lodge, about 20 miles beyond Bradbury, on a little country road.
Now, look. I have no choice but to go on up there. Have you told anyone else about this?
No, of course not.
Okay, Doris. Don't. Expense account item 4, $38.50. Transportation by plane and rented car to Hastings Ski Lodge. As I jounced over the bumpy road up in the Vermont woods, I couldn't help thinking this might be strictly a wild goose chase. But at the moment, I couldn't afford to pass up any lead. It was after dark when I finally drove up to the lodge. It sprawled on the side of a hill way out in the middle of nowhere. There were no lights on, no sign of life about the place at all. The door was unlocked. Inside, the room was pitch dark with all the curtains drawn. I couldn't find the light switch, but I had a real funny feeling. Like maybe there was somebody else in the room with me. Grant? Grant?
Sorry, buddy. You got the wrong party.
Bemis.
That's right. Willie Bemis. Just hold it right where you are, boy.
How'd you find out about this place?
What difference does it make?
Yeah, I guess you got a point there. Except I have a nasty little idea who might have tipped you off. Well, where's Ned Grant?
He hasn't shown up yet.
So what happens now?
So I'll wait for him.
What about me?
I'll give you 3 guesses about you, but I figure you're only going to need one of them.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the ideal vacation matter.
Stand still, Dollar.
My gun is on the left, if that's what you're looking for, Bemis.
Yeah, thanks.
So Doris tipped you off, huh?
I had a little talk with her.
And I thought she was a friend of Grant's.
You never know, do you?
I guess you're right.
Dollar, I'm afraid you're in my way around here, and that means... Well, you get the message, don't you?
Yeah, I get the message.
You see, you made just one mistake.
What's that?
You should have stayed at home.
Yeah, I should have stayed at home, all right. And if it weren't for Ned Grant, I could have. And then it hit me. Sure. Suddenly I knew what the ideal vacation meant for that crazy Broadway columnist. The answer had been right under my nose from the start. Yeah, I'd finally figured out where Grant was. But it wasn't doing me much good. I had to get out of here, and at the moment, my chances didn't look too good.
You know, Dollar, you got a very funny look on your face.
Have I?
Yeah, like something just rang a bell with you.
Oh, sorry, Bemis. It's just my normal delirious expression.
Okay, funny boy. Play it your way. Over against the wall. Move. Hold it. Listen. There's a car outside.
Friend of yours?
I don't know. I'm not taking any chances. Now, you answer the door, Dollar. I'll be right behind it, and this gun will be staring at your back.
It could be Ned Grant who'd driven up, in which case I'd have to warn him somehow. Or it could be somebody else, in which case I had to grab their car and get out of here. One thing sure, whoever it was, I had to move fast.
Johnny?
I pulled the door open wide, then threw my weight against it. It slammed into Bemis and flattened him against the wall. He was off balance, so I couldn't. He rolled and his gun went flying. But I couldn't see where, and I couldn't take time to look. I grabbed Doris. Come on. Come on, now, into the car. Now, you're going to help me for a change.
That was Bemis.
Don't tell me you're surprised. You're the one who tipped him off about the ski lodge.
But, Johnny, I had no choice. He pushed me around.
Yeah, sure.
Johnny, where are we going?
New York.
You think Ned's there?
Doris, I think he's been there right from the start. We stopped at the nearest town to call the sheriff. I wanted his boys to try and intercept Bemis. He was a cinch to be following us by now. Then we headed for the city. The sun was rising when we pulled up at Grant's apartment house. The manager didn't answer.
Maybe he's still asleep.
Looks like I have to take another chance on you, Doris.
I tell you, I'm on the level, Johnny.
I sure hope so. I got to get up to Grant's apartment fast. Now, there's a payphone over there in the lobby. Call the police and then meet me upstairs. Go on.
Okay, Johnny.
I went upstairs and pounded on Grant's door, but no answer. I went to the end of the hall and out onto the fire escape. Yeah, there was a ledge. Carefully, I worked my way along it to a window. It was Grant's bedroom, all right. And there he was, sound asleep, with an empty bottle on the bed table. So my hunch had been right. Sure, it was the ideal vacation for a guy who was pestered by everybody in town. Tell everyone you're leaving the city, then disconnect your phone and hole up in your apartment for some real peace and quiet. I went to the front door. Doris?
Yes, Johnny, let me in.
Okay, just a sec. Well, Doris, I was... Well.
Well. If it ain't Johnny Dollar.
Hello, Bemis.
Now, ain't this nice?
So you did it again, Doris.
Honest, Johnny, I couldn't help it. He has a gun. He made me.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty smart, huh, Dollar? Finding Ned Grant for me? You know, I don't think I'd ever thought of looking for him here. But you did, so you're a smart boy.
Okay, now look, Bemis.
Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Like I was saying, I'm much obliged to you for helping me find Grant. Now that I got him, okay. So I don't need you around anymore.
No, don't!
Slowly and with a smirk on his face, Bemis raised his gun until it pointed straight at my head. It flew out of his hand. The shot had come from outside, down the hall.
The cops!
Suddenly, the corridor was swarming with police. Bemis dove for his gun.
Well, you don't get me.
Instead, he collected the butt of one over his left ear.
Thank goodness they got here.
So you did call the police after all?
You bet I did. Now, do you believe I'm on the level?
Yeah, Doris, I guess I do. And you took a mighty good way to prove it.
What's going on here?
Ned.
So you finally woke up, or sobered up.
Hey, that's Willie Bemis they're carting away.
It sure is.
Well, what's he doing here? What's going on, huh?
Hey, look, Bright Eyes, you better go on back to bed.
But I don't understand.
Just write the whole deal off as a bad dream, huh? Expense account total $115.25. And look, the next time you send me out to protect a guy, don't pick one who's going to sleep all the way through the deal, huh? I don't know, it kind of takes the sport out of it. And, Pat, since I didn't find a man who ran away for you, on account of he never really ran away, well, how about sending my fee on this one to the community chest? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. And now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, an old racket comes to light and nearly cost me my life. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Robert Wright, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Mary Jane Croft, Lawrence Dobkin, Joseph Kearns, Jack Edwards, Barney Phillips, and Byron Kane. Be sure to join us next week, same station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
This is your host, Justine Ward, with more from Johnny Dollar. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, The Cautious Celibate Matter. First broadcast April 19th, 1959 on CBS.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Huh? Hey, now listen, George. If Floyd's of England keeps handing me cases, how can I work for the other insurance companies?
Well, what I'm calling about this time isn't really a case.
So what, as long as the company pays my expense account and maybe a nice little fee to boot?
Fee?
Sure.
Well, I'm not even certain you'll need an expense account.
Oh, then now, wait a minute.
Johnny, I think you'd better come over here to my office so that we can talk about this.
Well, I don't want to sound chintzy, George, but a cab to your place will cost me over $1.
Oh, well, that can go on the expense account, of course.
Good. Then as long as we've established the expense account for this thing, whatever it is, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Well, now, there's no hurry, Johnny, so just take your time.
Huh?
I said take your time about getting here.
Yeah? I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the intriguing adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the cautious celibate matter. Wait a minute. Over the phone, George Reed did not tell me what he wanted me for. Also, he very plainly said not to hurry. Item 1, $1.20. No, make it $1.50 for a taxi down to his office.
Go right in, Mr. Dollar. Mr. Reed's expecting you.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, come in, John.
Yeah.
As I tried to tell you on the phone, there was no reason to rush over.
Oh, yeah, I got the message, George. That's why I did rush.
Oh. Well, sit down.
Sure. Well?
Cigarette?
No, thanks. I'll smoke one of my own.
Oh, sure. But here, let me give you a light.
Okay.
Honey, I filled this thing just this morning.
Here, give it to me.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure I can make it work.
Well, what is this, George? Some kind of a stall? Oh, here, give me.
Well...
That's me. I don't think you were trying.
I guess I didn't flick it hard enough.
Yeah. Now, what's on your mind?
Well, you got back from that assignment out in Oklahoma sooner than I expected, from that town with the unlikely name of Bum Spung.
Well, it's really the name of Durango Laramie Delhart's ranch. Crazy old character, but I like it.
Bum Spung. Now, what can a name like that possibly mean?
Are you kidding? You told me yourself the other day, just before I went out there.
Oh? Did I?
Well, of course you did. It's an old Indian name. Means bum, means bad spring, bad water.
Oh, of course. You, cleaned up everything out there?
What's the matter with you, George? Didn't you read the report I handed in with my expense account?
Well, I sort of glanced over it, but you're coming back so soon, and with Durango's pretty niece out there, Carol Dalhart.
Oh? What about Carol?
Didn't I, kind of get the impression that Durango would like to have you marry her?
Well, you should have. Every time I get within spitting distance of Oklahoma, I expect him to shove a shotgun at my back, and, well, that's why I left there in such a hurry.
Oh?
Sure, right after settling that insurance matter. Only it was for Durango's old pal, Sidewinder Wilson. Another character.
Yes, Durango was here in Hartford, but Carol was there, wasn't she?
Yeah, she certainly was. And, George, I'd love to have stuck around a while, to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got word that Durango was about to get back there, that he was bringing along a preacher, well, brother, I took off.
And why, Johnny?
Why? Well, let's face it, George. I'm afraid I'm a confirmed celibate.
Well, at least you say you are. But, aren't you rather fond of Carol Dalhart?
Well, I've told you, she's a living doll. She's tall, dark, and very beautiful. She's intelligent. She has a lot of spark, a lot of spunk, too, and a wonderful sense of humor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to put it bluntly, Carol has everything. Everything a man could possibly want. And, George, when I take that gal in my arms...
Why don't you marry her, Johnny? Confirmed bachelor, eh? You don't sound like it.
No. Sometimes when I think about her, I don't feel like it.
Well, then?
No. Let's stop talking about it.
Why?
Because, George, I'm not marrying. Not Carol or anyone else. At least, not right now.
Someday, perhaps?
Not now.
Best years of your life, Johnny. And with someone like her.
George, I've made up my mind about this whole thing, and that's that.
Yes, but I'll bet if she were to walk in here suddenly...
I said, cut it out, please. And listen, what difference does it make to you? What business is it of yours?
Well, of course, it wouldn't hurt me a bit from the standpoint of client relationship.
Huh?
And after all, Durango is a mighty good client.
You mean to say you've been giving me this big marriage build-up just... George, so help me, I ought to wring your neck.
Oh, well, now, Johnny...
But come on now, you've been stalling around long enough.
Stalling?
Yes, stalling. Now, what did you want to see me about?
Well, actually, it's about Durango. Johnny, he asked me to have you come here.
What for?
And to keep you here.
What?
Yes, until he can arrive.
You mean Durango's on his way here?
Well, he thought of asking you to fly out to Bum's Bung again, but he was afraid you wouldn't.
George, can't you see what this means? Can't you see why he's coming here? And probably with that shotgun I mentioned.
Oh, now, Johnny.
No, sir, George. When old Durango gets here, you tell him...
Hi there, Reuben. Where is he?
Durango.
Ain't that Johnny Dollar got here yet?
Wait, the fire escape.
What did you say?
Oh, yes. Well, then I'll go right here.
Johnny, wait!
Tell him I left town.
No, wait, listen!
Well, where is he?
Durango.
Hi there, Georgie. Where's he at?
The window.
You mean went out the window?
Yes.
Dollar, Johnny! You come back here, Johnny! You hear me? I said come back here!
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Cautious Celibate Matter.
Needless to say, when that wild old character, Durango Laramie Dalhart, started shooting at me from the window of the office building, well, I really made time down that fire escape. And I didn't stick around to see how he was going to square himself with the police. Because before I could even reach the nearest corner, a couple of prowl cars pulled up in front of Floyd's of England and out piled half a dozen cops, all pulling their guns. No, sir. I grabbed a taxi. That's item 2, and it comes to $5 even for the fastest ride I could get to my apartment. Because Durango's presence in Hartford can mean only one thing. Yes, sir. He was still obsessed with the idea that I should marry his niece, Carol Dalhart. Sure, I care a lot for Carol. Maybe even love her, I don't know. And I know that she likes me a lot. But I also know that neither of us is going to be railroaded into marriage by old Durango. Yet there couldn't be any other reason for his coming here. So I dragged out a couple of handbags and proceeded to pack them well. Then item 3, another dime for a phone call.
George Reed here.
So what happened, George? The cops haul him off and throw him into the clink?
Durango?
Who else?
Johnny, this man is unbelievable. It's fantastic.
Huh?
I don't know how he worked it, how much it cost him. And, of course, as always, he came here loaded with money. Thousands, Johnny.
Yeah? Well?
But the police didn't even take those 6 guns away from him.
Oh, brother, all the more reason why I'm getting out of here.
Yes, Durango still thinks he's living in the old days of the wild and woolly West when the only... What? You're leaving?
Oh, you bet your life I am, and I'm putting all the costs of transportation on expense account.
Oh, well, now listen.
After all, it was you who got me into this whole thing.
Listen to me. Where are you going?
What do you think I tell you? You're in cahoots with this wild old man, this trying to get me to marry his niece.
But, Johnny, if you and Carol love each other...
So what? Do you think we want him to force us into it?
Oh, well, now, look. Suppose we...
Yeah? Oh, come on, George. I'm in a hurry. George.
Are you in your apartment, Johnny?
That's right, but not for any longer than... Why do you ask that?
You stay right there, Johnny.
Durango.
You just stay right there. I'm coming right over. I gotta talk to you, young feller, and that ain't all. You hear me, Johnny?
California, here I come. Thanks to the late hour, I was able to get a plane without any trouble, though I half expected to see Durango come tearing out to the field with those crazy 6-guns blazing before we took off. Incidentally, I used the name of Bailey when I grabbed my ticket, just in case. Oh, and incidentally, George, item 4 is a $146.85 ticket to Los Angeles. It's on my American Express credit card, but believe me, brother, I'm collecting from you. You may have to pay for a lot of travel before I'm through with this thing.
This is the pilot speaking. We'll be landing in Chicago in about 10 minutes. Weather is clear, the moon is bright, and ground temperature is 52 degrees.
Is there a Mr. Johnny Dollar on board? A Mr. Johnny Dollar. I don't have him listed among the passengers, but is there a Mr. Johnny Dollar on board?
Stewardess.
Yes, Mr. Bailey, isn't it?
This Johnny Dollar you're asking for, a friend of mine. I guess he missed the flight.
Yes, I guess he must have.
Anything important for him?
Well, just a radio message.
Well, as I say, I'm a good friend of his, so why don't you let me see that message, and perhaps I can, well, you know.
Oh, no, sir. I'm terribly sorry, but that would be against regulation.
Well, what if it's anything important?
I'm sorry, but thank you just the same. Fasten your seatbelt, please.
Yeah, sure. When we landed in Chicago, I was tempted to grab a telephone, call George Reed, and ask him if Durango had given up the chase. For I knew that by now George must have realized he'd have to be on my side in this whole silly business. But during the stopover, I didn't even risk leaving the plane. Finally, we took off again, and I managed to sleep for a while. But all I could dream about was Durango chasing me. Through streets and alleys, across the plains, on foot, on horseback, in a car, a boat, a train, and all the time firing those handguns at me. Wild, fantastic dreams. By the time we got to Los Angeles, I was a physical, mental wreck. But I knew that for the time being, at least, I was clear of Durango. So, after picking up my bags, I elbowed my way through the crowd to the taxi stand. Excuse me, please. Pardon me, ma'am. Sorry. Thank you. Taxi! Taxi! Hey, taxi!
Here you are, Johnny. I hired this here now fancy limousine for you and me.
Huh?
Say, you ought to took one of them new jet flights like I done.
Durango.
Would have got you here a lot quicker.
Durango, listen.
Well, Sir Johnny, I finally catched up with you, didn't I?
Durango.
Well, Sir Johnny, I finally catched up with you, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess you did.
Well, you were the slipperiest young maverick I ever did see. Now, heist yourself up in this here now fancy limousine that I hired for you.
Okay, Durango, whatever. Huh?
Huh? What's the matter?
Look, that man.
Where?
The other side of your car. Hasn't he got a gun there?
Well, I have, so I'll soon find out. You wait here, Johnny.
Oh, sure. I dropped my bags and tore back onto the passenger ramp. By jumping over a fence, I was able to climb on board an airliner that was about to leave. By flashing my credentials at the stewardess, I kept her from throwing me off, and in a couple of minutes we were in the air. Yes, sir, and headed for Portland, Oregon. The plane fare is item 55620. And to prove I'm not kidding about the company paying my expenses on this wild trip, item 6 is $425 for my 2 leather handbags and all the clothes I'd packed in them. So what happened at Portland? You won't believe it. But Durango was there and waiting for me. Sure, he chartered a plane, and because of the stops that my flight made along the way, he got there first. But I saw him in time.
Johnny, here I am. Over here, Johnny.
By jumping another fence and doing 100 yards in something like 9 seconds flat, I managed to find a taxi stand. Item 7, $35 for a wild ride through the streets of Portland, because I knew that somewhere in back of us, Durango was in hot pursuit. We finally ended up at a private airstrip out north of town. Item 8, $200 for the plane I chartered. And I told the pilot just to go anywhere. But according to regulations, he had to report his course and destination. So I knew that sooner or later, Durango, who's nobody's fool, and more important with all his money, would be on my tail again. I racked my brain trying to figure out some way, trying to think of someone who could possibly... Yeah, someone. And then it occurred to me. There was someone. Sure, of course. The one person in the world who was in the same spot I was. Sure, it could be like walking into a lion's den. But item 9, a total of $114. Plane, bus, train, and rental car. First to Enid, Oklahoma, then north to the broken-down little ranch at Bum Spong. And, yep, Carol was there. That lovely, loving Carol. Oh, easy, gal, easy.
You don't like to be kissed?
Oh, I do.
Johnny.
Well, I love it, honey, and you'd know it. But listen, has Durango been here?
Oh, Johnny, I don't know where that old goot went.
Yeah, well, I do. He went to Hartford.
Hartford?
Yeah, Hartford, gunning for me. That crazy old man is so set on having us get married, Carol.
Well,
that
sure he is, but to go all the way to... Well, now, that's just carrying things too far.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I mean, if he thinks that by waving a 6-gun around... Listen, Johnny Dollar, I'm real gone on you. You know that.
Well, yeah, and I think you know how I feel about
but that doesn't mean that just because old Durango wants it that way, we've got to get hitched up together.
No.
At least not right away. So if he thinks he can shotgun you and me and...
Oh, no.
Durango!
I know he'd be coming back to you, Carol, so now we really celebrate.
Durango, you crazy cow! Now, Durango, you stop that. You put down that gun and listen to me.
Well, he's going to marry you, ain't he? Well, ain't he?
No, Durango.
No?
No, at least... Well, not now. And in spite of the way you've chased me all the way across the country.
Yes, Durango.
Well, sure I chased you, but not on account of Carol, Johnny.
Huh?
Well, sure. I hope all the time that sometime you and her will get married up together.
Well, then?
But I give up trying to force you kids doing it.
Huh?
Well, I just figure when you're ready, well, then you will.
But going to Hartford and chasing me that way.
Huh? Oh, that.
Yeah, that.
Well, that wasn't nothing, Johnny. It's just that when you was out here last week and you kept my old pal Sidewinder Wilson from getting murdered... Sidewinder's my oldest pal, Johnny, my best friend.
Yeah, that's true, Johnny.
And when you passed on the word that he was the one that found out about that killer, well, Johnny, what do you know now? He's the new chief of police down there at Fairweather.
Yeah, well, bully for him, but I still don't see...
So you being so good to him, I just wanted you to know I appreciate it. So what I went to Hartford for was to give you this.
Holy.
Some of them's a bit dirty, crumpled up, and got some... But when I counted right, there ought to be $10,000. There you are.
Gee, Durango.
Well, Durango, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you don't have to say nothing, Johnny. Just enjoy it. But are you sure you wouldn't like me to have the preacher come up from Enid and no, I guess not. But God bless you anyhow, boy.
This time I did stay over for a couple of days. Yeah, and if I ever do take the leap... The expense account? Well, George, I'll still argue with you about it, but that's all. And the total, $1,053.45. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a string of holdups, and behind them all is... Well, why don't you listen, find out for yourself. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Gene Tatum, John McIntyre, and G. Stanley Jones. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking.
See How He Runs on Suspense is next on the CBS Radio Network.
This is your host, Justine Ward, with more from Johnny Dollar. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. The Ingenuous Jeweler Matter. First broadcast January 5th, 1958 on CBS.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Harry Branson, John.
Hi, Harry.
The Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company.
I said hi. How are you?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm fine, thank you. But that's beside the point. John, this thing has me terribly upset.
Comes the day you aren't upset over something, Harry. It'll be a miracle. What's it all about?
Can you come down here to Philadelphia right away?
Don't see why not. But now what seems to be...
If you can clear up this matter, I shall be eternally grateful. $985,000.
Wow. For what, Harry?
Of course, anyone, any criminal, that is, could be suspect in the theft.
Theft of what?
But the murder, it doesn't make sense. What does it? What do you think, John?
What do I think? Look, Harry, you haven't yet given me...
What possible reason could there have been for firing the shot that...
How about the butler?
What, the butler? Of course, I never thought of that. John, what butler?
Oh, I'll be down to see you, Harry. Goodbye.
Wait. You mean you know something about this case that the police and I don't know?
I don't know anything about it yet. I'll be down to see you.
But in that case...
Goodbye, Harry.
But in that case, John, if you don't know anything about it, what leads you to suspect the butler? And what butler... John, you have me all confused.
Then that makes us even. Bye.
But, John...
So help me. If it weren't for the big fat expense account I can foist on Harry Branson, well, here we go again.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Philadelphia Mutual Liability and Casualty Insurance Company, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Ingenuous Jeweler matter. Expense account item 1, $32.70, train fare and incidentals, Hartford, Connecticut to Philadelphia. Cab to Harry Branson's office on Walnut Street. I found him sitting at his desk, his head in his hands.
Oh, John, I'm glad you've come.
Yeah. Well, how's your good health, Harry?
My health?
wait,
as a matter of fact, it's fine, although I did have a touch of laryngitis last week. I could hardly speak about it. John, why do you always try to take my mind away from matters at hand?
I simply asked
Particularly something as important as this.
All right. As what?
The Beaufort collection, of course.
Beaufort? Oh, yeah. Seems to me I've heard about that. Jewelry?
One of the most important small collections in the world. Why, when His Grace the Duke de Beaufort lost them to the Germans back during the First World War.
Yeah, I'm sure. But now let's get to the point.
They've been stolen. And we'd insured them for nearly $1 million.
Stolen from where?
The jeweler who owned them, J. Harold Whipsett.
Oh, hey, I've heard of him, too. Isn't he the fellow who was tagged by the Customs Department a few years ago for trying to smuggle in a lot of stuff?
Yes, the same one. But his reputation since that incident has been quite all right, completely unsullied. Oh, I must admit that I had some misgivings about issuing a policy to a man with his past record. But since he's in the clear again, and considering the premiums involved, and John, I had a long discussion with a psychiatrist about the man, about what would motivate him to...
Look, Harry, before you go rattling off on another tack...
What? John, I resent that.
Look, you said something about murder at the time of the theft?
Oh, yes. So far, however, it's only attempted murder, you see.
Of this man, Whipsit?
His secretary, Miss Winkle.
Winkle?
Perry Winkle.
Oh, now, wait. Is that some kind of a gag?
It certainly is not. At first, when they arrived, the police thought she was dead.
Well, where did all this happen?
At the Whipsit office. It's on Chestnut Street.
When did it happen?
Just last night. Oh, dear, $985,000.
And maybe a human life.
Well, yes, of course.
Now, tell me all you know about it, Harry.
Well, the Beaufort collection contains several diamond and emerald brooches that date back to, let me see.
Forget the dates. What I want to know is...
No, the fact that all the stones were rather small and of conventional cut means that once they're remounted, no one could ever identify them.
Well, what's that got to do with the date of the collection?
Well, as I started to say...
let's go over to the Whipsit's office.
Oh, very well. Now, as I started to say, the date of the Duc de Beaufort's acquisition of these jewels...
you say this Perry Winkle was badly hurt. How?
She was shot by the robber. Now, as I started to say, the date at which the Duc de Beaufort...
Tell me this. Was Whipsit himself shot or shot at?
No, and I'm sure he'll tell you all about that when you see him at his office. He's certain to be in this morning. As I started to say, John...
John, going down, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks. Come on, Harry.
Step in, please.
Harry!
As I started to say, John... John?
Whether I want it or not, during the 9-block taxi ride up Chestnut Street, I got the whole history of the Duc de Beaufort's jewels, from the time of the French Revolution to the present. That cab, by the way, is item 2, $1 even. What I did want to know was more about J. Harold Whipsit. After all, a man who'd once attempted fraud against U.S. Customs. Anyhow, we finally reached his office in the Prosser building. Present was Police Lieutenant Bart Stanley, with whom I'd worked a case 2 years ago.
Glad to see you, Johnny.
Yeah, same here, Bart. Well, what do you make of it?
So far, blanco.
Is Whipsit here?
One of the boys took him down for some coffee. He needs it after what happened to him last night.
The Beaufort jewels, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I told Mr. Dollar all about them, Lieutenant. How the robber took nothing else, how the jewels themselves came into being, how back in the 80s...
we've got work to do here.
Well, after all...
Now, look, Bart, this man Whipsit, his reputation in the past...
I know exactly what you're going to say. I might have thought the same thing, Johnny, if I hadn't seen exactly what happened.
Tell me what did happen.
Lieutenant, you look very tired.
Yes, Mr. Branson, I am.
After all, having been up all night on this thing, suppose I bring Mr. Dollar up to date.
Well, sure.
Oh, no, you don't. I want to find out now, not next week.
John.
Go ahead, Bart.
Well, Whipsit and his secretary, Perry Winkle... Isn't that a name?
Yeah, sure is. Where is she, by the way?
Jefferson Hospital. Anyhow, they were here very late last night working on the books. Came a knock on the door. Whipsit opened it. This man barged in with a gun and demanded the Beaufort collection.
And?
Well, Whipsit argued with him, finally gave in when the guy threatened to shoot him. But Miss Winkle made a dash for the door. The intruder let her have it, held the gun on Whipsit, tore out the telephone line, then locked him in and disappeared. And that's it.
Wait a minute. How could he lock Whipsit in his own office? This lock opens from the inside.
With this, Johnny.
What? This little rubber doorstop?
That's right.
But I don't see...
I'll tell you how he did it, and why this little rubber wedge is absolute proof that Whipsit couldn't possibly have rigged this whole deal.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
For a long time, people...
And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Ingenuous Jeweler Matter.
Look here, Johnny. This door.
What about it, Bart?
Well, this is a real old building. All the office doors open outward into the corridors. See?
So?
All right. After the robber made Mr. Whipsit hand over the jewelry, he shot the secretary, Miss Winkle. Then he yanked out the telephone, beat it, and slammed the door on Whipsit.
But you said locked him in, and I don't see how...
Look, with this little rubber wedge.
Door opens outward, right?
Don't you see, John?
Oh, wait a minute. Sure, of course I see, Bart.
Sure.
He simply jammed the doorstop under the edge of the door from the outside.
Sure. So the harder Whipsit pushed against the door, the tighter it jammed. When the telephone knocked out, all he could do was bang on the door and holler out the window.
That's what tipped you off?
The policeman on the beat down on Chestnut Street heard the shot and then the yelling. By a stroke of luck, I pulled up in a prowl car just about then.
I see.
We came tearing up here and found out how somebody'd locked Whipsit in his own office. Whoever did it, Johnny, must have cased the joint to know about the doors opening outward.
Yeah. Makes any suspicion of Whipsit himself. Well.
Yeah, it makes it look a little silly. Anyhow, he was pretty much beside himself, more upset over the girl lying there with a slug in her than he was over losing the collection.
Any idea what kind of a gun was used on her?
The hospital sent the bullet over to the lab. It was a .38 special.
And she was in pretty bad shape, huh?
Well, we thought at first she was dead. So did Whipsit.
Could he give you a description of the assailant?
Yeah, but it's not much help. Could apply to 500,000 men in this big city.
What about fingerprints?
None. Guy wore gloves.
Has the girl been able to tell you anything at all?
She was unconscious, Johnny. Has been ever since. I'm afraid it's going to be curtains for her.
Oh, too bad. She's over at Jefferson, you say?
Yeah, but there's no point in going over there.
Even if she came to for only a couple of minutes, she might be able to give us something to go on.
What could she tell us that Whipsit hasn't already told us?
Well, we're back, Lieutenant. You want Mr. Whipsit to stick around?
No, I guess not, Conroy.
I took him over to a place I know on Pine Street and poured a couple of stiff drinks in him. He needed them.
And you too, Conroy?
Oh, now, Lieutenant.
Mr. Whipsit, this is Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Mr. Dollar.
How are you?
You know Mr. Branson, I guess.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. And may I tell you, Mr. Whipsit, how dismayed I am by what's happened here.
Thank you, Mr. Branson. It's been a terrible...
It certainly has. $985,000.
I was speaking of poor Miss Winkle, sir.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Mr. Whipsit, this girl, Miss Periwinkle, she was your secretary.
She was more than that, Mr. Dollar. I loved her. How is she, Lieutenant? Has there been any word from the hospital?
Well,
yes, Mr. Whipsit, there has. And it's proof that modern medicine is a very wonderful thing.
What? Oh, what do you mean, sir?
Yes, John,
It may take time, of course, a long time.
Yes?
As a matter of fact, she hasn't even regained consciousness yet.
I see.
But it looks as though she'll fully recover.
Oh, I see. Well, I hardly need tell you how I feel about that. How glad I am.
I told that little white lie to see what, if any, reaction I'd get. And I had a strange feeling that his words, how glad I am, were not quite true. Fortunately, neither Harry Branson nor the lieutenant questioned my apparent knowledge of the condition of the girl. Even better, the lieutenant rose to the occasion.
Well, as I see it, there's really nothing further we can do here. You look like you could use some sleep, Mr. Whipsit. And Conroy and I'd better get back to headquarters, see if the boys have run down anybody who fits that description you gave us.
Yeah, good idea. Let's go, huh? And Mr. Whipsit, you close up and go on home and get some rest.
Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. You have no idea what a terrible shock this has been for me.
Of course, you'll keep yourself available if we need you further.
Oh, of course, Lieutenant.
Okay, Johnny. What was that all about? Telling him she'd recover.
Yes, John, I almost interrupted.
I was afraid you would. That's why I kept talking. Bart, I'm going over to the hospital.
Oh, now look,
If
Johnny.
there's only one chance in a million of that girl regaining consciousness, I want to be there when she does.
You still suspect Whipsit?
Did I say that?
Don't you see, John, the whole thing hinges on that little rubber doorstop. On the fact that he couldn't possibly have locked himself in with it.
Branson's right, Johnny.
Okay, then I won't go over to the hospital. Ring for the elevator, Harry.
Oh, sure. John, what will you do?
Call him on the phone down in the lobby instead.
This is Dr. Kenworthy.
This is Johnny Dollar, doctor, insurance investigator. I'm calling about Miss Periwinkle.
Oh, yes. I was about to call the police.
She's conscious now?
She died, Mr. Dollar, less than 5 minutes ago.
of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Our flag, heaven.
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Ingenuous Jeweler Matter.
Well, what'd you find out from the hospital, Johnny?
The girl is dead about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, dear. And we've got a killer to track down. Now I'd better get on over to headquarters.
I'll phone poor Mr. Webster. He left the building while you were in the phone booth, John.
Bart, have you got a key to his office upstairs?
Why, sure, right here.
Let me have it, will you?
Here. You want me to go up there with you?
Why don't you go over to the hospital and see if Whipsit shows there?
What do you expect to find up in his office, Johnny?
I haven't the least idea. Why, kid about it. I didn't have the least idea what I expected to find, or even what I was looking for. When I walked into the jeweler's office up on the 8th floor, I picked up the rubber doorstop, the one thing that proved Whipsit couldn't possibly have rigged the whole deal. But I somehow felt that if only that little wedge of rubber could talk. Then I noticed a funny sort of burr on one side of it. Just a tiny little rough spot, but it showed me where somebody had pierced a tiny hole through it. Why? After a couple of minutes of rummaging around, I found it. A piece of fine, strong platinum wire, about 2 feet long. A wire that could be carefully slipped through the hole in that rubber doorstop.
Well, Mr. Dollar.
Well, what are you doing back here, Whipsit?
If you don't mind my saying so, there was something about your attitude that I didn't exactly care for when you were here with the policeman and Mr. Branson. And when you left them downstairs in the lobby and took the elevator. Oh, I see you found it.
Yeah, that's right. It was very smart of you, Whipsit.
Thank you.
Put this rubber wedge on the floor, just outside the door, with the wire on it leading under the door.
Exactly.
Then pull the door closed. Then pull the wedge into place with the wire. And the door can't possibly be opened from in here. You've locked yourself in. The more you push on the door, the tighter the wedge holds it.
That's right. And you don't forget to retrieve the wire by pulling on one end of it.
I suppose those are the gloves you wore when you killed Miss Winkle, so you'd leave no prints.
Oh, then she's dead. How fortunate for me.
And that's the gun you used?
Yes. I'm afraid she was rather averse to my breaking down the Beaufort collection, melting down the mountings and secreting the stones at my home. And, of course, claiming the insurance money, but after all, nearly $1 million.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because, you see, this is also the gun that will kill you. After which I shall lock your body in this office using the doorstop again. It's a rather nice touch, don't you think?
Is it?
Well, don't you see? It's now sort of a trademark of the completely unknown thief, the unknown killer of both the girl and you.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Do you think if I found out how you did it, the police can't?
Did they, even after their lab crew spent the whole night up here?
I guess you got a point there.
Yes. Now, turn around, Dollar. Turn around.
Well?
You see, I'm going to have to shove this gun into your back to muffle the sound.
Look, Whipsit.
Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I have.
What? Oh, me. Oh, I suppose I might have known this whole thing seemed too easy. All right, Lieutenant.
All right, Conroy, wrap him up.
Right, Lieutenant. Hands out, Whipsit.
Johnny, I knew you had something up your sleeve when you came back up here.
Just wouldn't let me work it out alone, would you, Bart?
All right, what was it? What did you find out that tipped you off?
Oh, you'll never know from me.
Huh?
After all, I might want to use it to stump you sometime.
Oh, now look, Johnny.
Okay, ask Whipsit here. He just loves to explain things. At great length, too. At least it was long enough for you boys to get up here.
I know something he's not going to explain his way out of. Let's go, Whipsit.
Harry, I think I'll have to figure out some way to pad my expense account even more than usual in cases like this. I mean, where a 38 slug nearly ends up in me. After all, fun is fun, a job's a job, but some of these laddies carry things too far. Come to think of it, I'll have to run down to New York again to appear against Whipsit. So, expense account total, including that and transportation back to Hartford and all the incidentals I could possibly think of, $181 even. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. With the bigger, more everywhere. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, an inventor with a device that can either save or wreck our country. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote today's story. Heard in our cast were Harry Bartell, Byron Kane, Vic Perrin, Joseph Kearns, and Austin Green. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
The Old Time Radio Hour broadcasts weekly over the World Wide Web with over 500,000 downloads. You can subscribe at no charge through Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or RSS. Thank you for listening. We hope you can join us again next week for another hour of classic radio entertainment. Until then, this is your host, Justine Ward, saying so long for a while.